For details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the biggest news of the day, the power couple makes it official. That's right, Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce and pop superstar Taylor Swift announced their engagement on Instagram this afternoon. Final rosters are set. Deuce Vaughn and Trayshawn Holding looking for jobs. Cowboys also traded offensive lineman Asim Richards to the New Orleans Saints for a late-round pick swap in 2028, while Joe Mixon stays on the NFI list.
If you smoke, take it outside. Get the facts at don'tpassgas.org.
This is Extra Innings with Pleasure.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Rock and roll! The Texans win it!
You've been called the Da Vinci of our time. What do you say to that?
Absolutely ridiculous. I don't paint.
That ball is history! A walk-off home run!
And it's going to be legendary.
James Pledger wraps your day with insight, opinion, plenty of sarcasm, and of course, your calls. He'll even pour a beer out the door for his favorite story of the day. This is Extra Innings with Pledger. Now, here's Pledge.
Welcome into Extra Innings with Pleasure right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM, sasportstar.com. I am James Pledger. Appreciate all y'all for tuning in. No matter if you're joining on 94.1 on your FM dial, if you happen to be locked in and listening at sasportstar.com via our Best Bail Bonds audio player, or if you're watching on our YouTube channel, you can always watch all of our shows on YouTube, whether it's the Morning Huddle, the Blitz, or right here with Extra Innings with Pleasure. Just go to YouTube, search SA Sports Star. Go ahead, like, subscribe while you're at it. You can comment along with the show, or if you don't want to do that and you want to be a part of the show, go ahead and call in 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Lots to get into tonight because, man, football is here. We are at the first full weekend of college football. We had a little bit going on over the weekend to react to. Rosters cut down all the way. The regular season, less than 10 days away. And we have one of the biggest football games of the year this week. As a matter of fact, we got football all day on Thursday, and you can join the Blitz out at the Roo Pub for those games, as they'll be broadcasting live. There'll even be a game on while they're broadcasting as 25th ranked Boise State takes on USF. That's all happening this week. We are in the thick of it. We made it. We climbed through summer and we made it to football season again. And man, I'll tell you, it was a lot of fun, but man, I forgot about how the workload picks up when football picks up. And it's fun because you've got one of the biggest college football games of the year, although doesn't mean less now. Does Texas-Ohio State mean less because of the size of the college football playoff? We know no matter who wins or loses this game, eventually at the end of the year, they're probably more than likely both going to be in when it's all said and done, if they do what those two teams are expected to do, right? So in previous years, they lost at the beginning of the year. Whew, you hope it comes early rather than late, but it's tough to rebound from stuff like that. Well, regardless of where Texas wins or loses, the big thing is going to be who's going to be the SEC champion. And earlier this morning on the Morning Huddle, Rob and AJ were discussing who will, in fact, take the crown in the SEC this year.
But let's start in the SEC, because in the SEC, it just means more.
Yes, it does. I've read that off.
It just means more. I guess what we can do is start with the odds for those who are interested in such things. If you believe that Vegas knows anything, then maybe you're curious as to who might win these conferences. But the SEC is it's a tight race at the top, and then there's a pretty big gap after that. So we've got Texas favored plus 270, Georgia plus 330, Alabama plus 380. Then we get a jump to LSU at 7-1, and then a pretty good jump up to A&M at 15-1, Ole Miss 16-1, Florida 18-1. Nobody else better than 25-1. So, I mean, 3 teams under 5-1, LSU, and then a handful of teams that the mid-tier teams, A&M, Ole Miss, Florida. Then you get to Tennessee, South Carolina, Oklahoma, Auburn, kind of long shot. And then there's the garbage teams, which is at this season looks like Mizzou, Arkansas, Vanderbilt, Kentucky, and Mississippi State just looks dreadful. So I guess the way we'll start is what do you think of who do you think should be favored? Who do you think will win the
Texas
SEC?
has the Jimmies and Joes. Texas has the flash talent and should be, they got 96 first place votes or something like that.
Yeah.
They're legitimate. They are, but the SEC's rough and tumble. So you start going, okay, who's deep? Who's got the most flash players, but who can go 2 deep? Who can go 3 deep? I know the SEC is rough. And Texas, because they lost so much NFL talent, I'm not sure how it shakes out. I think it's going to come down to them in Georgia. And I think Georgia is probably not as talented, but they're deeper. And that's the one thing. I think Georgia's going to win this. I think LSU is going to be the wild card that's going to probably knock Alabama or one of the other contenders out of it. But I know LSU is going to probably lose a stupid football game, as they typically do. So for me, I think Georgia 1, Texas 2 is the way I look at it. And it could be, and it's Georgia by depth. And if Texas stays healthy, they win the whole thing.
I'm kind of into Alabama this year. I really like Kalen DeBoer. I liked him coming in, and I think people were real quick to jump off the train of Kalen DeBoer and say, "Oh, this guy's no good."
Yeah, but I think he better not let that happen again. He better not have a Vanderbilt game.
I agree.
You know what I mean? And I think, he has lost so few football games. When you look at the numbers Kalen DeBoer has put up in his professional career, it's ridiculous. But that loss to Vanderbilt, when you go, wow, and Vanderbilt was as good as they're ever going to be. But that to me was, oh, wow, that just was out of character. So that's the only reason I put them third.
Yeah, I like them, but it's hard. It's hard for me to want to bet against Georgia because this is kind of a double-edged sword because Georgia, their schedule is pretty brutal. First of all, if you're in the SEC, your schedule is going to be brutal to begin with. But the toughest games on their schedule, Alabama and Texas and Florida for that matter, they get all of them at home.
Right.
Well, I guess Florida is
that's the tea party, but that's what's cocktail party.
Yeah, neutral game at least. But Texas and Alabama, they get at home. And that now they've got to play Texas and Alabama. But one thing about Kirby Smart, he does not lose games at home.
No, and but I'll say, they're tough. They're a good football team, but Texas has the most talent at the positions that matter to me. I just, and if they can stay healthy, I think there's enough there to overcome youth.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think that there's enough offense to separate them from what is a defense first conference.
Do you have a dark horse out of the
South Carolina
top group? Okay. 25-1 South Carolina.
And I'm gonna take off my Aggie lenses. I do think A&M is a dark horse because they are coming back with the things that A&M needs to have to be successful. And quarterback, certainly they don't got that. They've got an adequate one. But the offensive line has been there and done that. And that defensive line, while it lost a couple of NFL dudes, had a hell of a transfer portal. The wide receiver that A&M brought in from South Carolina, maybe not, but from was it Bama? Whatever it is, I think it's going to make a difference. They're not in the upper echelon, but those are the 2 dark horses in the SEC. But the quarterback for South Carolina is a difference maker. And I think that's the team that I wouldn't want to play in November.
Teams I'm interested in kind of outside the top group. I'm starting to think for once Ole Miss might be a little underrated. People are bad mouthing Ole Miss to a point where it's like, man, that team almost made the playoff last year. And no one seems as good at working the portal as Lane Kiffin. Like he's
always got a quarterback.
He is still elite when it comes to finding talent and talking guys into coming to play for him. It is a new quarterback, this Austin Simmons. I can't say that that I know much about him, but
Kiffin's never had an unproductive quarterback.
Yeah, I tend to trust him.
Yeah.
The other team I'm a little interested in is Florida. Now the schedule is just brutal, and that's going to make everything kind of it's just like last year. That schedule is almost too good to consider them like a playoff contender, but I do think that team is going to be much better. They've got a really good defense. I think they've got a really good quarterback if he can stay healthy in Lagway. But yeah, those are the teams I'm kind of interested in on the fringes.
There's a lot to like about the SEC because you expect Georgia to be there. You expect Alabama to be there. You know LSU has the talent to be there, especially with a returning quarterback like Garrett Nussmeier. A&M, they have all the talent in the world. Can they put it together under a guy like Mike Elko finally and make it all transition and work well? Texas is the favorite. Until proven otherwise, they're bringing the most talent to the table this year. They have the Heisman favorite at quarterback. They've loaded up in the areas that they've missed, whether it's via the transfer portal or incoming recruits. They've really put themselves in a position to where if they don't win the national championship or an SEC championship or I can't even say make as deep a run as last, because last year they made it to the college football semifinals when they fell to Ohio State. It's championship or bust on all occasions for the Texas Longhorns. And with the talent they have on that roster and what's expected of them, Arch Manning saying things like this.
At Texas, and I think we kind of try to shift the narrative. We're going for everyone else. Target's not on our back. We got a red dot on everyone else.
That's the mindset you have to have in this situation, because all of the other teams that you face on your schedule and in the playoffs, they're all going to have you circled this year. That's the type of team that Texas is, and they normally carry that kind of weight in the first place, but it's different, especially with Arch Manning making his debut as the starting quarterback in terms of going into the season. And it'll be his first ever road start as well. All the games he started last year while yours were out were in Austin. This is Extra Innings with Pledger. I am James Pledger right here on San Antonio Sports Star 941 FM, sasportstar.com. When we come back, the biggest news to sweep across the NFL. The Blitz was talking about it. We'll let you know. Coming up next here on Extra Innings with Pledger on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm. How can I help?
Hi, I got hurt in Iraq, but I don't know if it's really worth getting an attorney.
Don't worry. You called the right place.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7, and you don't pay unless we win. We recently secured a jury verdict for $210 million in a wrongful death case. So if you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
The long weekend sale is on at Target with exciting deals you won't want to miss. Stock up on grilling must-haves for a few more sunny barbecues. And while you're at it, ease into sweater weather with fresh new fits for the fam. Whether you're hosting, relaxing, or showing off your new style, Target has your deal in-store, online, and in the Target app. Hurry and save more with the long weekend sale happening now through Monday. Only at Target.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger, Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
It was a doubleheader in August and really hot inside the concession stand. So instead of waiting for people to come to me, I figured I'd walk around yelling, "Hot dogs here!" And that's how I became the first hot dog vendor in sports.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Nigel, why are you wearing a backpack?
I'm going back to school.
Folks, when your AC decides to flunk out or your home's plumbing is stuck in detention, you don't have to worry. At Quarter Moon Plumbing, AC, and Heating, our technicians are certified with all the latest technology and can fix any plumbing or AC issue fast and at a fair price because you deserve A+ service.
Gotta go, Joel. We're studying paper mache. I might have to pull an all-nighter.
Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. 210-651-5899. License number TACLA 141-074-EM16004.
San Antonio's Sports Star.
Welcome back into Extra Innings with Pleasure right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM, sasportstar.com. I am James Pleasure. Appreciate you all riding along with me tonight. We're taking you down to the bottom of the hour as we got Rangers baseball as they continue their series with the Angels, and some tough news on that too as you look at former manager Ron Washington, who was the manager of the Angels before a medical leave of absence earlier this offseason, finally released the other day. He underwent a quadruple bypass surgery. He is hoping to return to the bench in Anaheim in 2026. But man, that is terrifying when you think about how close things can be. And quadruple bypass, that's very, very invasive, and you think very close to something catastrophic happening if they didn't find that. But all the best to Ron Washington and his future. The Rangers and Angels both continue that series tonight, coming up here in just a few minutes. But the big news shook the NFL world. Adam Schefter broke the news. That's right. The power couple, well, it had to lead off the show on the Blitz today.
It finally happened. It finally happened. The day we've all been waiting for. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are going to tie the knot. How
I can't
sweet.
believe you're leading with that and not Deuce Vaughn getting fired.
I feel bad for old Deuce.
No, you don't.
No, I really don't. It's just 2 years too late, but it finally happened. So better late than never. Welcome to the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. That's Jason Minix. And what's a very happy day for Chiefs fans and Swifties all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, it's the news we have all anticipated. We've been waiting. Hell, we got a text from one of our big bosses that said, and let me find it. Hang on. It says, this is your show today. Big news. This is it. Another friend of ours said they don't want to hear it all about Micah Parsons because Taylor and Travis are getting married. It's big.
It's huge. It's amazing how many people are into this thing. And I tell you what, you talk about getting notifications. When this came and broke, my phone was going nuts with notifications from this website or that one and this one. It was all over the place. And
dude, Twitter broke.
It did.
Twitter was like, that was an awful 10 minutes because I'm more worried about cut down day news and I wasn't getting any of it because it was all about Travis and Taylor.
Travis and Taylor. Are you happy today as a Swiftie, Minix?
Sure.
You're a closet Swiftie.
I'm not a closet Swiftie.
You are.
I'm very public about my Swiftiness.
Oh, you're full blown Swiftie.
I wouldn't say that. I'm just pissed off, quite honestly, that the Kelsey attorney and the Swiftie attorney could get together to work on maybe the biggest prenup the world has ever seen.
Absolutely.
Before Jerry and David Mulligeta can get together and get a simple contract done for an edge rusher.
Now, look, I know that Travis, he's a millionaire. He's got his own money. He's fine. But she's like a bazillionaire.
Uh-huh.
And so she had to have a stack and a few lawyers come in and say, hey, Trav, love you, buddy, but sign here.
I mean, I think both sides have to protect themselves, not to be all technical, but I would imagine there were some prenups for both. I mean, because let's face it, and, first comment on our YouTube channel is I give them 4 years. I mean,
you give them that long, huh?
Well, I mean, it's Taylor. You got to go 12, but at least it's divided by and would still equal 12 because everything for her is a numbers game. Is it 13, not 12? I thought there was some 12 stuff in this latest showgirl business that they keep. I don't know.
She dropped 4 vinyls. We learned that yesterday.
All the Easter eggs. But let's face it. And I hope they have a long, happy, healthy relationship until death do us part. And, they're in their 70s, 80s, 90s, whatever it might be. But if it were to end early in the music that she would produce, but if it were to end early, it doesn't matter how much money Taylor has. If Travis doesn't protect himself, she's going to get it all. And outside of New Heights and whatever he does in the TV world, his football days are damn near over.
He's got 1 year left. He's going to retire after this year.
Everything I say that. I'm surprised he's even playing this year, to be honest.
Well, I am too. He's kind of lost a step or two.
I mean, just all of it. I mean, she's got a new record coming out. Where's his attention going to be in October?
Well, I don't know. Maybe he's got Taylor locked down. He doesn't have to worry about her anymore. And she'll be up there in her suite with Mahomes' wife, and, they'll be happy. It's all good.
How many times did Tony Romo inadvertently say Travis's wife, Taylor? Mm-hmm.
Now he doesn't have to say that. And we haven't set a date yet.
No date yet, but they are engaged to be married, and it is going to blow up the world in general in terms of pop culture, sports, everything, because that is that big of a deal to a lot of people. We don't have to worry about, are they going to get married? Is he going to propose at the Super Bowl? All of those narratives can finally go away, though. And so can is he going to propose? Will she say yes? All that's in the rear view. So now they can focus on football. And that's where we all are as we get ready for football. Remember, the Blitz will be live out at the Roof Hub on Thursday. Roster cuts are final, but roster maintenance isn't. We'll discuss more tomorrow. Morning Huddle gets you going at 6, Blitz at 2. Then I'm right back. Right now, we got Rangers baseball for you.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is calling all golfers. The Fall Golf Classic is back. Mark your calendars for Monday, September 29th, and lock in your spot for one of the most fun golf events of the year at the Olympia Hills Golf Club. For just $120 per player or $400 for a foursome, you'll get 18 holes of fun, friendly competition, and non-stop laps with your crew. But don't wait. Spots will sell out fast, and once they're gone, they're gone.
This isn't your average uptight tournament. It's all about cutting loose, enjoying the day, and supporting a great cause. The Community Foundation of the Hill Country, presented by the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Charm Club, and sponsored by Fly by Yingling and PPL Motorhomes. And when the final putt drops, the party's just getting started.